Community shared me this video, and I haven't really reacted to this YouTuber before, but I've seen her content a little bit, and it's pretty cool. The war on normal guys. This is going to be an interesting little topic, and I'm not really sure what I'm jumping into. But before we do get into that, make sure you like this video if you're watching this on YouTube, and also sub to the channel if you enjoy these kind of videos. Now let's get into this.
Wendigoon is a horror conspiracy theorist YouTuber with several million subscribers. Has a dark past with deep ties
I remember this guy. He just showed up everywhere.
Far-right extremism. Wendigoon is very publicly friends with Turkey Tom. He is friends with Mutahar. He is publicly friends with Shoe0nHead, who is a conservative.
This is crazy. Okay.
A few days ago, I saw this video pop up in my YouTube feed. Bad conservative horror movies.
I don't know what these guys are.
I was immediately intrigued. I love long video essays about stupid shit like this. But what I got instead was the worst attempt at a hit piece I have ever seen on YouTube ever. So sit down and get comfy, because it's time for an old-fashioned
I got my coffee.
Response.
YouTube biggest cry bully. Oh my god.
Now before we get into this video, I just want to thank today's sponsor. You. This video is sponsored by all of you who donate to me on Patreon.com.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Thank you all very much. I made you some cookies. These are just for the people who support me on Patreon. Only they get a cookie, not you.
What do you mean 10 p.m.? Bro, we get going hard.
I've been pretty busy lately doing personal life things, but when this went down, I was like, I can't not respond to this. But by the time I was done with the script, the man had already deleted the video after it was down.
Stay hard, brother.
But even though the video is gone, I still want to respond to it for 3 reasons. 1, I am directly involved in this. 2, I'm tired of these type of people running their mouths. And 3, this topic is pretty timeless. And that topic is what I like to call the war on normal guys. Last year I wrote a script for a video with this title, and it was about the YouTuber Wendigoon being cancelled on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, Wendigoon is a popular YouTuber who makes video about true crime, horror, and cryptids. And no, despite popular belief, Wendigoon has nothing to do with gooning. Wendigoon is what most YouTubers who don't make political videos should be. His channel is completely apolitical. I don't like clicking a video about iCarly and then having to listen to you about how much you hate Trump, or clicking a video about Fallout and hearing you go off about how Joe Biden sucks. I don't care. If I wanted to hear milquetoast
Joe Biden,
I would watch my own videos. But no, despite being non-political, Wendigoon is a great channel. He has a good community, he's very positive, he's a Sunday school teacher,
he's nice. I watched a few of his horror videos. Like, he explains a lot of like horror stories and stuff like that, like folklore. I like that guy. He's has a chill voice. He makes great videos. He seemed like a decent guy.
He's friendly, funny, and kind, which of course makes him an enemy.
Don't get political at it. You will never see me. I don't know. Like, I don't know shit about politics, man. Don't even try to argue with me, because I don't understand what you're saying.
People on Earth. Month after month after month, I would see threads on Twitter and on Reddit about what a terrible person Wendigoon was. But when I would go searching for reasons why, there was really nothing besides vibes. I simply do not like Wendigoon. He has bad vibes coming off him like stinky lines. The vibes on this guy have never been right. I live in the Bible Belt. He has the vibes of the kids who would have been comfortable saying racist and homophobic slurs and bullied me in grade school. He always gave me weird vibes. Deeply uncomfortable vibes from this guy. I initially unfollowed him because I started getting weird vibes from him. There are evil energies surrounding this man. Wait, what'd he do? He used to be a youth pastor. Some people got weird vibes, and that's fair. It's rare to see a youth pastor with good vibes. What did Wendigoon do? Honestly, a lot of it is just the vibes. I needed more.
I see no criticism at all. I see just vibes. What kind of vibes are you getting from a YouTube video, like a YouTuber? Like, I'm confused.
I needed to hear some real reasons why people disliked this guy. I needed real arguments. I needed a living
just slander, yeah.
With a pedo mustache and bisexual lighting to string
up. It's like whenever it's like somebody judging someone for their looks. They're like, this guy, I bet he does some nasty shits, because he's just like, it's just a regular guy with a stash or has a beard. Like, I don't know.
Beat like a pinata.
A lot of people like that. Like, I know, like, there's a lot of the to be honest, first impression is always important. But there's a lot of people that create very strong stances toward creators, or just generally humans, by their just by looking at them. They haven't interacted with them. They haven't consumed their content at all. They just look at them like, I hate this guy. This guy is the biggest piece of shit ever. Do you hear what he supports?
In praise of shadows, aka Zane.
Vibes from you? What kind of vibes am I giving, huh?
Straight out of the aging millennial hipster factory. Seriously, why do they all look like
this? Who is this guy? I have still no idea who this guy is. He keeps showing up.
Genre of man is this? The mustache, the hair, the clothing, post-ironic neo-redneck? You know how some people talk about how women's taste in men gets all weird and f***ed up when they're on birth control? These are the men. I'm gonna call them birth control hot. I'm in no position to talk about style. I still do my makeup like it's 2009. Zane is a horror movie video essayist who for some reason decided to randomly go after Wendigoon and several other popular YouTubers and myself. His video starts off with him complaining that he got a lot of hate for his take about the movie Hills Have Eyes.
The hill people can be representative of anything that you want them to be, really. They could
Yo, and Ollie, how you doing, dude?
The hills themselves can be allegorical of them being forced back onto reservations.
Shoot her!
You saw a bunch of cannibal mutants and thought of Native Americans? Anyway, he goes on to talk about how people were misrepresenting him and leaving rude comments.
The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on them and the way that people culturally see them. Are these your own genuine original thoughts and criticisms that you have based on my actual words and things that I have done, or that maybe you haven't thought critically about what you were reading online, about other people?
And about how after this video, apparently a lot of his subscribers stopped watching him, and now he's poor and can't afford rent.
Poor.
Where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't live off that.
Which, if you're ever at this point, you need to get a job, or at least a side job. That's capitalism meritocracy. Either make better content, or get a job. Hey, maybe if we get communism, you can be the community
Adley
YouTuber.
When someone is poor, Lamau.
Your ass is going to the mines! Then finally, an hour into the video, he gets to the topic, conservative horror movies. But then suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, it was like he accidentally uploaded a schizophrenic meltdown.
Just getting money, yeah. Wendigoon. Is this I feel like we're getting into a territory of somebody losing their fame. They are barely making it out. So they have to now stir up drama because this is their last alternative. Because their original content just sucks, so they don't really know what the hell to do anymore. So they're just making up shit to create it, to attack a bigger creator or someone else to get some more eyes on them. And now they're probably profiting on it. He's just farming. This is just typical farming. This is what it looks like to me.
Wendigoon is a horror conspiracy theorist YouTuber with several million subscribers. That, as you will...
He didn't... Jam, you're here. Am I going crazy, or did he talk about Zach as well? I think I saw a video. I think I saw him talking about Zach for some moment. I don't remember. I think I did. That's why I've seen him. That's where I've seen him before.
Hopefully come to see. Should not be seen
I don't know who this is either.
Dad persona that he has publicly constructed around himself in the past several years.
That's crazy.
And that, like many people who talk about being Christians as much as he does, has a dark past with deep ties to far-right extremism.
Ooh, this sounds pretty bad. He's not the heckin' wholesome YouTube dad we all thought. What could he have possibly done?
There are many things that are red flags that we could talk about, from the bizarre gun ownership.
Yikes! An American man owns guns? Not very heckin' wholesome, Wendigoon. He goes on to talk about how
American
is
of them,
rich, and therefore he doesn't respect Wendigoon's opinion on media.
He became exceptionally wealthy by the time that he was 19 or 20. I have no need or desire to hear 5 hours of opinions on Blood Meridian from a 21-year-old millionaire.
Like, what exactly is the correct amount of money to have where your opinions still matter? Like, if you suddenly got a bunch of video views and a bunch of patrons like you want, would we be justified in dismissing your opinions on movies? This honestly just feels like a conservative's idea of what a leftist is. Like, it's not just about hating people for having money. Like, what is Wendigoon's position of power in relation to the means of production? Does he own a business? Does he have employees he's mistreating? Not that I know of. He's just a guy who makes YouTube videos, like you. Only difference is he's good at it and makes money, and you're not, and you don't. Okay, for real though, there's gotta be more, right? What crimes has Wendigoon committed? Well, to start, he committed the crime of having friends.
Wendigoon
That's crazy.
Is very publicly friends.
How dare he have friends? Gooning.
They have been seen together on multiple occasions, and I've seen online mentions that Tom was either at his wedding or at the very least was invited.
They have been seen together.
Bro, this guy is just yapping. Like, what can we get to the point? Listen, I don't have all day. Like, this video is getting too long, man.
seen online mentions that he was at his wedding.
Do I smell jealousy?
He's saying this shit
course.
like Turkey Tom is wanted for murder, and not like he just said some slurs on Discord when he was a teenager.
I mean, in reality, this guy is doing exactly the same thing as Vindigo, just that Vindigo is successful and he's not. So, I mean, do I sense jealousy? I don't know. What do you see?
Does this guy vet like every single person he's ever been friends with or spoken to? Hey, before you enter my house, I'm gonna have to go through your Discord history from 7 years ago. I was gonna say no, but I can see this guy doing that.
Wendigoon is publicly friends with Donut Operator, and even retweeted a photograph of the two of them hugging. Donut Operator is a gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber with 4 million subscribers.
I mean, that's like, I don't know, like, I feel like if you live in America, that's completely normal to like guns. I don't know, like, I feel like everybody should have a gun in America since, you know, like, with this seems about right. What's wrong with guns? Like, what if it's allowed in America and he's clearly American, so why is he so fixated on guns?
Content is very pro-state, pro-cop, pro-gun, and pro-death to people who don't share his beliefs propaganda.
Okay.
For example, one of his videos is titled, Predator Takes Shotgun to the Face.
I love the example he used as a literal pedophile being killed. He's very pro-death for people who don't share his beliefs. Take, for example, this pedophile. Is that what you mean by people who don't share his beliefs? Out of all the videos, why that one? You're not gonna find many people who are gonna be like, oh no, the poor child molester. Well, maybe you will, but most people won't. Also, he's trying to act like Donut Operator is just a complete simp for the police, and he's really not. Even in the screenshot you show in the background, there's like 3 whole videos in frame where he's clearly being critical of the police.
For someone who supposedly is so very anti-government, Wendigoon seems very comfortable with a man who makes his living worshipping violence committed.
I mean, it's Pride Month. They can kiss whenever they want. But, like, I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I think it's weird to target someone's friend just because their friend's view or what they produce content of. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't know. Like, I get that in America, there's a lot of people that subject their friend. They create a narrative of friends on their political view. They don't really tie left or right wing, don't tend to like mingle that much. So whenever people see that a left or right wing mingle together, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like, I think this is just weird that you're trying to put this man down just because he has another friend that has a different political view than him or creates controversial content. Like, this guy is not hurting anyone. He's not killing anybody. He's not doing any of this weird shit. He's just talking about it as a YouTube content creator, which is the job for a YouTube content creator. Talk about certain topics that people find enjoyable. This is his job. I don't understand this kind of narrative or focus at all. It looks like this guy is trying to dig every single piece of the like crumbs that he can find and it exploded like it's something big of a deal
by the state. And the only thing that one could reasonably gather from this
best hug ever. This is cute though. I think this is adorable. Look at that.
He too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Actually, we can't reasonably
now insulting him.
Gather anything because you haven't given us anything to gather.
True.
You label this guy very far right, and he might be very far right, but you haven't shown anything very far.
Is he red because he's mad?
Step back and evaluate
he should be
the
bald.
bare basics of what
red bald mad.
Wendigoon hugging someone who thinks it's okay when a pedophile dies. Okay, but let's be fair. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's something worse.
Is there?
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Okay, so first of all, let's rewind. This guy is not a gun tuber. This just proved this man did absolutely no research. I'm talking like 2 seconds going to this guy's channel amount of research.
Do you like White Monster? I remember like years ago, I was on keto and I could only drink water and things that had 0 calories in it. And I tried a White Monster for the first time. I could not drink that. That was not my thing. But to be fair, I don't drink that much energy drink, so it wasn't for me. Yeah, I do. You pop off, man.
And for those who are unaware, that rape thing is a complete lie. It is a complete lie made up by, sit down, Sneeko. Sneeko made that up.
Sneeko?
And Sneeko had to apologize and admit it was a lie because it was literal slander. I just love how in his little breadtube tryout video, he uses Sneeko as a fucking source. I mean, it's not like his other sources are any better.
What a great dude to refer to as your side alley. Sneeko. There wouldn't be any other man on this goddamn planet that I would not be a part of or affiliated with.
His other sources being Reddit. He got like 90% of this information from a thread about Wendigoon in a drama subreddit called R YouTube Drama. This man like borderline plagiarized Reddit comments. Source PP poop.
I think like the thing is that I don't drink that many sweet drinks, and it's the White Monster is very synthetical sweets. There's a lot of synthetical sweetener in it, so it just wasn't for me. But I don't really drink that much soda in general or energy drink. But I think Red Bull is fine from times. I think Coke is fine from time, you know, like stuff like that. But I don't really drink these things that often. It's just I'm just not used to it.
1, 2, 3 and Sneeko.
Do you drink
nice
zero Coke? No, I hate no.
Also, I love the screenshot.
I barely drink soda, Jam.
This you, bro. This you showing sympathy to someone whose grandfather is dying.
He has collaborated with Nick Crowley, who constantly makes money through the most morbid and
only water, coffee, and smoothies and juice.
The last minutes of people before they are suddenly and unexpectedly killed.
So I don't know much about this guy, but it seems like your issue.
Their lemonade is so good. You know what's better than Zimmer lemonade? Making a lemonade at home. I've been making nearly lemonades every day since because of this warmth. I'm gonna be real. Oh god, it's so good for you too. Just squeezing a lemon in cold water, like that's great for you. That's great. Best way to start the day.
Makes true crime content.
Just peel and eat lemons.
I'm not a fan of true crime content,
eat it raw.
It's extremely popular on YouTube.
Bite into a lemon, guys.
Similar to Wendigoon, and that on the surface they seem fairly edgy, but clean enough. But then you notice that he follows.
I'm gonna be real. I'm lost. What the fuck is this guy yapping about? What does he want? What is the guy? Can you get to the point?
Less than 200 people on Twitter, and among them are the same circle with names like Wendigoon, Plagued Moth, Turkey Tom, Mr. Ballin, and Donut Operator.
On the surface, they look clean enough to pass the vibe check.
We're talking about how clean he is.
Notice he follows people who don't pass the vibe check.
These people hate the police, and yet they're always like, sir, I'm gonna have to take a look at that Twitter follow list. Just absolute cop behavior. ACAB includes the follow police.
Wendigoon is publicly friendly.
Bro, imagine if people got charged for their Twitter activity. Man, we would have a lot of people sent to jail this moment. Like, if you look at Twitter, that's a zoo. That's a zoo.
With Brandon Herrera, who has made jokes.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. That would be funny. I just wonder how many people would be charged if that ever happened.
Pathetic with public shooters who killed leftists.
Just hate farming? I think so.
Insinuate that Herrera was with Wendigoon in the days of being part of the Boogaloo movement, but I cannot find substantial proof on if this is true or not. But I've seen several comments saying this, so online it is at least culturally believed to be true.
Hey guys, I heard Praise of Shadows a dog. No, I don't have any proof, but it's culturally believed to be true.
I hate when people make create these statements with no proof at all, because a lot of times people would believe it. There are people out there that are dumb enough to believe any controversy without any proof. And the worst part is whenever they're called out with no proof, there are people out there that will never double check if this was true or not, and they will think that it's true, and they will leave with that mark. So these kind of lies are actually really damaging, and it sucks. Like, it's just annoying. I heard Addy is in the fact that FoxTuber. That's lies. Lies. Ban that guy.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator.
Proof is in my heart.
What the hell did Oompaville do? He's not even political whatsoever. I guess that's the problem, isn't it? But no, you're a bad person if you shot a gun even once. This is America. That's like saying you're a bad person if you ate a cheeseburger. His other example of Oompaville being bad is making videos about Nikocado avocado. As if anyone and their mother has not made a Nikocado avocado video. This is ridiculous. There has to be more.
He is friends with Mutahar.
Wow.
Mutahar? Really? If someone can't be friends with Mutahar, they can't be friends with anyone. That dude is like so not problematic.
And has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Okay, nothing in Mutahar's video was transphobic at all. I don't even know why I have to entertain this. Simply talking about a trans person isn't transphobia, and I wish that we could like move past this and just treat trans people like human beings and not like these like delicate little angels that we need to like step on eggshells around. It's really weird.
Who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
He believes in the concept of free speech for everyone. Wow, just like the Nazis. This is what you're using to paint Mutahar as a bad person in order to paint Wendigoon as a bad person. You're running out of paint, bro.
Wendigoon is publicly connected to the internet historian.
Oh my god. What the... Dude, what are you gonna say now? He's gay? Like, what is going on? I don't get this. I don't understand still this narrative this guy's trying to push. Like, are these people bad?
And has even appeared in his videos. The internet historian publicly said that his birthday was April 20th.
Oh my god, he lied about his birthday. What a piece of shit. Cancel this man.
It is not. And has only said that as a joke because that is Hitler's birthday.
Ah yes, April 20th, Hitler's birthday. There are no other jokes surrounding the number 420. It's a weed joke. It's like making a joke.
Dude, people make this joke about so many things. Like, there's so many content creators out there that is 420 set as their birthday. Like, come on.
Joke about the number 69. This is either extremely dishonest manipulation, saying April 20th instead of the number 420 so people wouldn't notice, or you are profoundly mentally retarded, sir.
Yeah, Asmongold birthday on Wikipedia. Yeah, I know, it's 420. And the worst part is they didn't do it because it's 420. They did it because it's Hitler's birthday.
Who the f is a joke about 420 and automatically thinks Hitler? I'll tell you who. Somebody with preconceived notions about others.
No, a fucked up community, that's who.
Everyone is already a bigot, so everything they say is bigoted, instead of the other way around. Looking at bigotry and coming to the conclusion that that person's a bigot. No, you have this insane hater tunnel vision, which is why you're coming to insane conclusions like this.
We could talk about the time that Nick Spheres did a video about the disturbing movie Iceberg, who is a great horror trance creator, and in the comments of her video, he said, "We will be watching your career with great interest," which is just kinda gross.
That is a line from Star Wars. You really saw him being friendly with a trans person, the trans person being friendly back, and came to the conclusion that this was transphobia? For f***'s sake, man, she ooh-wooed at him. Have you ever sat back and thought, hey, maybe if I could squint my eyes and tilt my head and glue my balls to my butthole in order to paint these people as Nazis, maybe they're not Nazis?
He has interacted positively with Garant Thumb, who has said, "The traditional family should be encouraged and strengthened. I see little to no support from the government or big media."
Traditional families? Not traditional families! This is how you—
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to listen to this guy anymore. He is so stupid. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes because this guy is so stupid. Holy shit, this is getting annoying.
You know this video was made for one type of person and that type of person only. Because what the are we supposed to be mad at that?
For someone who is supposedly anti-government, he sure does seem to have a lot of wealthy white friends who actively work to uphold the values of the American empire.
For someone who hates the government so much, they sure have a lot of wealthy white friends who hold up the American empire. What the f are you saying? It's like lefty Mad Libs. He's just chucking a bunch of buzzwords at the wall and seeing what sticks. Capitalism, cops, white, American empire. Again, he sounds like a conservative's idea of what a lefty would sound like. He sounds like a Daily Wire sketch character. He goes on to talk about more Twitter accounts Wendigoon follows and how some of those accounts have like—
Bro, this guy has been inspecting his entire Twitter feed just to find something, some crumbs to talk shit about him. But we have still not talked about what that dude does. We're talking about his friends. What the frick?
Now, see, I always thought fascism was hyper-nationalistic authoritarianism, but apparently it's actually when you follow people on Twitter that Walmart Noah Samson doesn't like.
He has publicly interacted in a friendly way with the account Rock Solid on multiple occasions.
That's crazy.
Responding to someone on Twitter makes you best friends with that person. Hey, by the way, this you being friendly with YouTuber Sophie from Mars, who is allegedly an abuser, is that you, bro? Because according to your own logic, not mine, that makes you and her friends, which makes you a bad person. And personally, I'd rather be friends with people who make jokes on the internet than someone who allegedly puts cigarettes out on their girlfriend's skin. But honestly, I wouldn't hold this against him. How was he supposed to know? You throw a dart into a crowd of these people and you're bound to hit a sex pest.
He is publicly friends with Shoe0nHead, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist, who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says stuff like, Karl Marx rising from the grave finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
Alright guys, that's it. I've had enough. I can't listen to this man anymore. This is beyond nuclear stupidity. I don't know. Like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Shoe0nHead, I know this is talking about Shoe0nHead. I mean, she's great. This video is great. I'ma like it. You know, you know, this is a great fucking video. But it's just the top. This guy is just so— Yo, what the? Okay. Flora? All right. Anyways, dude, I think that's what we can end it on. This was so dumb. I think this guy, he had 0 points at all. No points, nothing at all. He yapping. He just yapping. I'm done. What a great video, though. I loved it. What great. If you're looking at this on YouTube, make sure you like the video and sub. Go check out if you want to watch the rest, the link is in the description. Go feel free to watch it. We ended at 16 minutes. But anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Peace.